Hi, how y'all doing? This is Joanna here with the Jaguars. Um, you know, just having a really weird moment here. Especially on Tuesday. Oh, that's offsides. Fat ass, can't move. That's actually smart. Like I've tried to do that before. Never really worked. Of course we're offsides. Yep. See, like I could be happy when that happens, just 'cause it's like, yo, it's real. People do that. You know. Heck, I would just run a dive or run a kneel down and make it a little bit, you know what I mean? A little bit less risk, you know? And that's just my expertise on that bullshit on this Tuesday, Tuesday video. Well, you want to talk about expertise on bullshit? I went to see my parents just 'cause of all the crazy shit that's going down. They, their test came back negative. It's like, so I went over to see them, and then I'm like, I was so uncomfortable because it's like, like, it's just weird, like, how they try to, like, they're gonna be like, we don't want you coming over here if you're only gonna spend a few hours here. And I'm like, looking at them like, then why don't you just make it easier for me to spend time with you guys? Jesus Christ, It is not my fault I wanted to leave, You know what I mean? I wanted to leave because, I'm Joanna. I don't go by other names like that you guys want to call me. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those, like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to solve the problem before it becomes a problem. I'm going to leave, let you have your business, and, you guys, like, the weird thing is, they would be the ones telling me, oh, just leave the room. Like, and fine, I do that, and then they get all pissy at me. It's like, the hell? That's a clothesline. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm like a little bit messed up with that stuff. Like, come on. Then they make like all these really, really, really messed up assumptions about me that I really don't like. To be honest with you, they actually started making assumptions like, oh, you're broke, like, and I'm looking at them like, yo, why are you assuming this shit? You know what I mean? Like why? Like, I don't have like a lot of money. I know that. I don't need to be told, oh, you're broke and you shouldn't have spent all this money on food or, whatever. It's like, yo, like, fuck you, you know what I mean? Like, I say that with, like, some degree of respect, right? It's like, F you because you don't tell people how to spend their money, you know what I mean? Forget about it, Like, I don't tell them how to, like, spend their money. I don't do that. I try to do things my own way. I try to do things in a way that doesn't leave me, completely destitute. And to be honest with you, like, they don't see it that way because they're like, you know what I mean? They like to go, oh, just stop going to the gas station. It's like, mom, like, we could keep it real here for a second. Just to keep it totally real. I don't have enough money to do a lot of things. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like, I'm talking about like freaking all the bills I gotta pay up, all the things I gotta do. And when I'm talking bills, I'm talking like laundry included that in there too, because that's like, might as well be a bill, right? And they're like, oh, just stop going to the gas station. That does nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how, and then they're like, oh, you gotta cut your hair. It's like, yo, why am I, like, That's the stuff that makes me go not want to be over there. You know, like the whole thing I'm talking about. You know, the whole thing. It's like all my like LGBT people can kind of understand. It's not easy to have to put up with this shit. You know, and like it's not easy to separate. You know, which is what I'm trying to do a little bit. Is like, you know, a little bit, right? I went there. I'm probably not going to go back there for a while because I don't really have a reason to. But it's like, oh, so annoying dealing with idiots that go, oh, just budget your money better. Oh yeah, the real smooth move, genius. How am I going to do that? Is it a wish, like without a plan? You know? Ugh. I really don't like the condescension like that. Like, yes, I budget your money better, but how? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, then they like to, you know, go through this whole, oh, if you saved up your money, you'd have a PS4 next month. And I'm looking at them like, what? You know, it's like, number one, I think I found a pretty decent workaround. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's great, but, you know, it's not like it's like one of those things, like, you know what? Why am I even telling them, like, shit like that? Stuff like, you know, the whole, oh, might want to get a PS5, you know what I mean? That kind of thing of like, oh, why didn't you do this? Like, yo, I don't want a PS4. I already had one. I mean, if I'm gonna upgrade, get the 5, right? You know, but nope, not to this idiot. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? If you're gonna upgrade. Don't bullshit, you know? And secondly, like, to go back to my original part of this is like, I'm happy playing the janky GameCube if I can, you know what I mean? If I may. I mean, not when I throw like that, but whatever. When that throw is made, no. But in general, I don't mind playing older games. Like, I mean, it kills me on the inside because I do like to party with my friends, but that's like I can live without that, you know? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Then they like to like the other thing is I bought a PS5 controller, so I'm not like that like into eating all the time, you know? When they start making assumptions, it's like very negative, like, oh, why did you do this? Like, yo, I bought shit, like, you know? You know, like, I can't even, oof, so mad. No, that's gonna be picked. Or dropped. I mean, either one. Right? But at least it wasn't picked. That would suck. At least we're at this point where maybe if we get a good play here, we can get a field goal out of that, you know, or a touchdown. You know, it's not like really like we're actually in a really good spot here. Worst thing we could do is punt it, you know. So yeah. But yeah, they're just so negative. It's like so sad. It's like, you know, I would totally be more inclined to be around them if they just literally weren't such an ass. Like, you know, how hard is it to call me Joanna? Like, you know, like everybody else isn't like you know what I mean? Like everybody else is just like it's like able to do it or not putting up much of a A problem that's picked. Oh, well, I thought that might be Tip's pick, but I was wrong. Whatever, you know. Everybody else can do it, except for the dumbasses that birthed me, right? And I hate using that term. I mean, you know, with the parents, because like most people, I believe you should respect your parents, but in my case, they're not respecting me. You know. You know what I'm saying? It's like over things I need to do, you know? You know what I mean? That's where I draw the line, is like basic things I ask for, they don't even try. That's where it gets frustrating like that. It's like, you know, I mean, how many times am I going to come on a video and say this shit? Oh, God. Burp. Burp, burp, burp. Like, you know, it just drives me nuts. I mean, kind of like the Jaguars here. I mean, having an interception, defense bailing us out a little bit, and then we kind of shit the bed offensively, to be honest with you. That should have been a better drive. I don't care about the punt going into the end zone. I'm not too thrilled about that, like, to get it back to the video here. But you know how it is, like, 20-yard line, okay, whatever. Let's go to the cover 3. I like getting into the quarter because, I mean, you know, at this point we want to prevent them a little bit. Not trying to say, like, to be honest with you, I'd rather get caught a little flat-footed with a run. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have all these DBs. You know, we wanna see if we can, you know, keep them. You know what I mean? And I hope my friends are all right. Like, I hope they're doing better. Like, I know one of them is actually working, I think, right now, but I'm not sure. You know what I mean? So that's always stressful. Because I'm supposed to meet with this guy tomorrow, and it's like, oh, I want to meet with him and just chill. But I'm also like, yo, he's at work, can't text him, you know? So, yeah, very weird stuff. Let me know tomorrow. He's probably not going to do it, because I don't think he really wants to meet with me on days that he's working as well, you know? And that's respectable, you know, not going to lie. But it's also, like, very frustrating when it's like, oh, we're going to meet Monday, and then it's like, bro, just tell me what we're doing. Like, if you cancel, you cancel. It's not a big deal, you know? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, sometimes it is. I understand that, but, like, I'm also, like, you know, very, you know what I mean? Very weird. Because, like, I know I'm very demanding. I know I do that. I'm very demanding in certain ways, you know. It's like my family. When I say I expect the bare minimum, it's like, come on, like, you can't even respect me. You know, that's not demanding. That's basic human rights. You know what I mean? But with my friends who have been good to me, to actually support me, who have, like, been nice to me, like, and I mean, I'm just glad to have a good set of friends, you know? Unlike everybody else in my life, I guess. And I mean, not everybody in the world. I haven't met everybody in the world. Everybody in my life is, like, it's really just stupid, like, sometimes, you know? Like, to be honest with you, when I deal with neighbors, it's like, yo, I don't. They have their own issues, I'm sure, and I don't care. You know what I mean? I really don't, you know? And, like, they don't care about my issues, so, yeah. But you know how it is. Like, you just get so many people being disrespectful or ambivalent, which is kind of where I put my neighbors to everything, you know? ambivalent, like, oh, hey, whatever. There's a dog with a puffy tail, like Homer Simpson type stuff, you know. But then there's my mom and my dad, where it's like actively antagonistic, you know, like actively, like, I don't give a shit, you know, I'm gonna hurt you, you know what I mean? That's where I kind of go, wow, I really gotta cut those idiots out of my life. You know, and it's really hard. It's like, I kind of envy people that can do that, and I also envy just about anybody born in the right body, because, I mean, I hate having to, like, tell people that in my family, like, I just hate them so much. Like, they can't even, like, respect me, you know, they can't even, like, support me without saying negative shit. Like, support as in, like, look at the situation and be objective. Nope, they gotta be, oh, well, you put all your money at the gas station, blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck you, like, get the hell out, you know? That's just wrong, you know what I mean? Support, I hate that negativity, that, like, oh, come on, I hate that too, but that's a little different. That's like one of those things, like, you get, Hushmanzada was a good receiver, so, you know, I can't really deny that, you know? You know what I mean? Also, jump ball is like that, so we're going to go 3 deep. And we're going to do a blitz, because I just realized it's not even don't care, it's like, you know, yeah, I wouldn't say he's having a good game, you know? I was going to say, that was a lucky completion, too. Like, jump balls, not good. Because it's a 50-50 shot. Like, at best, you know, even with, like, a good receiver. 50-50 shot that you know, your guy comes down with it. It's so weird. We're doing so terrible. Oh, come on. Like, this makes no sense. I gotta fix that. Like, if I could fix that, or if I knew how to, I definitely would. Because why, like, I'm talking about, like, from the offensive point of view, why would the Bengals come out with anything like that formation, bro? I would be going 4 or 3 wide or whatever, come out with a more passing formation, because you got to get within field goal range, you know? And not because it's, like, expected. It's just like, yo, that would make no sense. You know what I mean? Come on. That's a touchdown. I'm not saying that to be like, that's actually ironic, because I thought he had a free sprint to the end zone, but I guess he didn't. So, yeah, again, go 3 or 4 wide, spread the defense out, you know, and throw it a little bit further downfield, especially because that was rarity that I would call that formation and play like zone, to play a blitz, you know. So it's just, fuck. Sometimes video games do that shit where you're like, difficulty's just right, but it still acts like a fool, you know? Which is so weird, because, like, the first time I started with this, it was, like, way too easy. Now it's just, like, that made no sense, but whatever. I mean, that was too traditional. Like, that's the one thing I would say about playing older Maddens, is that was a very traditional formation to come out with a, what is it, 2nd and 4? Or first and 10, whatever. Very traditional. But still, you have other options to go to other than, like, that. You know what I mean? And also, you're not fooling anybody. Just get more receivers out there and see if you can get a guy open. Kind of like what I think they're doing on this play, where it's like a couple more receivers, but yeah. You know what I mean? And now we're going to watch if he tries to throw it a little bit. No risk it, no biscuit, huh, Palmer? I'm actually happy that Tom Brady beat Washington. Oh, God. And I'm not happy that Carson hits his pass. Oh, you idiot. And the weird thing is we called the right formation, too. You idiots. We weren't formationed off the field there, so I'm kind of mad about that. especially when you get the DB, like, oh, I'm gonna pick it. Like, bro, like that's like a frustration. I'm just like, ooh, not happy. As we get to like 20 something minutes in this video, not really happy about that. But I mean, I also don't care. I'm not like, I'm not too happy. But it's like one of those like, what are you gonna do? Shit happens. Who cares? You know what I mean? Just like, let's roll with it. The second half is almost here. I've already started recording, like 20 minutes into this, so right? It's like one of those. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back to nothing. I'm like, ugh. So probably gonna play a little bit longer, but maybe to the end of the quarter, which is 6 seconds, so like a real teeny tiny bit, right? Be like, yeah, it's a teeny tiny bit, who cares? Also, it's like one of those things where I'm like, do I get the ball to start the second half? Which is gonna be like fun, to be like really mad, to be like, ooh, because if I don't have the ball to start the second half, oh God, I wouldn't be mad. I would just be like, are you kidding me? Because that would be a very big boost for them to get the ball, Because think about it, they go up by 7 or 14, they could really put my dumb ass in a hole. Right? Be like, okay, so we're just gonna let this fall. That's also a smart move too, to just do that, Little squibber. Oh no. See, like, this is why they failed at a squib kick. Oh my God. He could go. He could break it. He could. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Oh my God, that's a fail. This is why I love the old video games, man. That was also like why you probably the most unluckiest squib kick in whatever, just oof. That was good though. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, so the good thing is it's at the end of the half anyway, so right. Once I saw that, I wasn't gonna control him because I don't really do well at fielding in baseball or fielding a kick or a punt in football. But so I was like, okay, wait a minute, he's breaking the tackle. Okay, he's got the sideline. Okay, gain control of him. Don't let him make him stay in bounds and then run up the sideline. That's what I did. So this is why special teams are important. Especially like because now it's like even if I've milked this extra point, which is not really a good thing, but it's like one of those things. They could have been up 7, but now the game is either tied or down or up by 1 point. So, hello. There we go. That's good. Well, yeah, that was nice because I was like, what the hell, man? I was like, oh, he better not, get it knocked out. Oh, let's just grab him, get the touchdown. Oh man, that was good. Especially because it would be like, now it's like anyone's game. Right? Literally like anyone's game. So I'm glad we, tied it up. I'm glad they're going to kick it to us. So there's that. I'm also going to save the game because that's usually what we're going to do. So we're going to save the game. It's really nice, man. I can't believe that shit happened. I was like, wow. We're going to be down either, 7 or 14, but then it broke for us, so I was like, oh, sweet. That was nice. That was mother effing nice. Nice. Okay, what the hell is that? USB accessories disabled. Okay, so at least I'm getting recording here, so there's that. No. Oh yeah. Okay. So thanks for watching. I was almost gonna do something stupid. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and peace.